Well, guys, wouldn't. It'd be robbery if I didn't ask you this question, because I think it'll benefit, all the people that'll be listening across the country and even for us. What's the biggest challenge that you guys have had to face, and God came in there and He moved, and now you can just share your testimony of what God did in that situation?
Well, probably 18 months ago, we were kind of back in a similar spot,
Yeah.
walking. We would go on these walks. We said, well, let's start going on a walk, so we would walk, and, we, just both agreed, man, I'm just not happy. I mean, we got to do something. I mean, like, I'm just feeling like, getting emotionally detached, and, we're just not working at this thing. We're not being intentional.
Right.
And getting close to empty nesters, marrying off some kids, there's a lot of emotions with all that.
Well, I think it was deeper than that. We both had a lot of unresolved conflict and a lot of resentment that had built up that we hadn't dealt with.
And didn't even know it.
And it had gotten to that point where we were starting to be complacent and just apathetic about it. We just had stopped really caring.
Well, in the teaching that we've been going through, it's called core scenes.
Okay.
The core scenes of your marriage. So when you think about a movie, you can go back to a movie. There's that core scene, and you're like, man, I'll never forget that scene. But this one never resolves itself.
It's the fights you have all over and over that you never resolve.
It's the 2 or 3 fights.
The same topics that never get resolved.
It ends up
so you might have
mad.
one, you might have 2 or 3, but it's always the same fights.
There's no resolution in it.
Yes.
And you just wind up more bitter and more hurt and just saying more hurtful things.
And
so,
when you have 2 stubborn partners like us, one's not willing to admit that they could see things in a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, most definitely.
So what
It's
we've
hard
learned,
to say, I understand how you feel about that and truly believe it and not just say it defensively.
Yeah, so what we've learned and the way God showed up is by a counselor.
Okay.
So Donna, was just like, I'm going to find somebody. Are you willing to go? I said, yeah, we counsel a lot with a lot of people. Yeah,
Actually, I decided to go for myself.
Yeah,
I was going to go to counseling for myself because I felt like a lot of the issues were within me. And I said,
Wait, could you say that louder into the mic?
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to go. If it works out, maybe we can go together. Well, actually, it worked out really great. We really like the counselor. She's a wonderful counselor, and she's helped us a lot. So we both go, and sometimes we still go separately. We'll have individual sessions with her.
So we're sewing into our lives every other week still, our marriages for the last 18
It's like
months.
having that physical trainer at the gym.
Yeah.
You go and show up for an hour, and they work you through those exercises.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she works us through how to communicate in a better and more effective way.
How to resolve those
How
core
to
scenes.
resolve them.
Because the stories that we tell ourselves are really never true.
That's true.
The story that I tell myself is, you hate this particular thing. Like, no, I don't hate that at all. To me, and you're like, what? I mean, so we assign intent. And so her words to us are that conflict is growth trying to happen.
Okay.
And that's the way we have to look at it.
That's right.
Is that conflict is just growth trying to happen because we're drawn to our opposites.
That's right.
And that's the way God made us, man. I mean, it's called Imago. It's a book called Getting the Love That You Want. Would highly recommend it. I don't know that he's necessarily a Christian author. He was a youth pastor at one time. I think he's a recovering Christian maybe, but the wisdom is in there.
That's right.
I mean, but it's Imago is the image in the Latin language. And I mean, it's revolutionized our marriage in the last 18 months.
Wow.